Hey listeners, welcome to the second weekly spell check. So this is going out on Monday the 14th for that week, and I hope you enjoyed the first one. If you did, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, as I normally ask my lovely listeners, because this helps the channel with getting the content out there and building up its visibility so that more people can see the readings, and then I can do more. Right, before we start, I'm going to use my singing bowl today, and this singing bowl really just clears the energy. I normally like to light some sage, which I have already done, and I've just lit my incense candle, my incense stick that was just about to burn out. Okay, so you might want to cover your ears if you've got earphones, and this can get a little bit loud. Okay. Right, so I'm going to do a slightly different setup to the reading than I did last week. I'm going to do 5 columns of 2 cards, and we are going to be looking at what's going on in your energy, what is good right now, what's working. We're going to then look at what is concerning you or causing worry. Then we're going to do the overall energy and outcome. And then the last row we're going to do is regarding your person or persons. So this could be your partner, romantic interest, somebody you like, or it could even be family members or just people that you're kind of concerned about or that you love and that you'd like some sort of message about. So that's going to be the rundown for today. Now let's start off with something upbeat, and these are my handwritten affirmations. So can we have an affirmation card, please, for the weekly energetic collective reading for our spell check? Okay. Well, what an absolutely lovely one. I am cheerful. Okay. So even if you're completely miserable, which I really hope that you're not, they want you to say, just be cheerful. Even if you're not massively feeling it, just tell yourself, I am cheerful. That sounds crazy, right? It works though, you know? If you're on a bit of a Debbie Downer and you tell yourself even more that things are a bit crap, chances are you're going to get what you've asked for. So be cheerful today, my lovely collectives. All as best as you can anyway. So Archangel Michael, please can we have a card to start our readings off, just so that we can give our folks one of our little rituals to start them off. I don't normally shuffle this much, but they seem to want that little bit more today. Okay. Wow. Spend more time outdoors, Archangel Michael is telling you. Well, it's not so bad at the moment, is it? I mean, gosh, we have had a couple of really lovely days, like really feeling of spring has sprung, and of course it is. So the daily ritual says, thank you for motivating me to spend more time outdoors and for helping me relax and enjoy connecting with nature. Okay, so this is the biggest message. It's always great to get outside, top up our, vitamin D. It's always good, and obviously we've sort of come out of winter and we've been wrapping up and staying indoors for long enough. So it's time to go outside, be in contact with Mother Earth, and which ultimately helps us to be more grounded. So yes. So let's use my Star Spinners Tarot, my fairies and angels and mermaids and this sort of thing, which I love. Don't know if I've said that 100 times or not in my previous readings, but I do love them. I also, for those of you that watched my Valentine's love reading, the pick a card, I used this deck, and yeah, harped on about it then as well. But yeah, I do love it. I love the illustrations on the cards, and the colours are really sunshiny and upbeat And that's what we're going to be doing today. Okay, so let's have our first row. So remember I said I'm going to be doing 5 rows, and this first row is what's going on with your energy. Okay, this second row is going to be what's good right now, what's working. This row is going to be stuff that's worrying you and on your mind. It's going to be your overall energy here. And then at the end, we are going to look at your person stroke persons. And the underlying deck is 3 of Wands, fiery energy. So this is your Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And I always think of my fire signs and the energy of them anyway. I always think of them as kind of making things happen, getting things done. Okay, let's turn these over. Okay. Right, so what do we have in this first row, which is what's going on for you, what's going on at the moment? Okay, so we have this Page of Wands in reverse. So are you feeling slightly disheartened about something going on in life at the moment? Or do you just feel like your verve's not there? You know, there's no passion. Something's not really ticking your boxes. It's not giving you that drive. This can also maybe be a bit stagnant. Or maybe you've been waiting to receive a message or a letter or some offer, and maybe from somebody in this fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and maybe you've been waiting for something from this person or this energy to deliver or enlighten you. It's like this knowledge, you're looking for some knowledge regarding an outcome, and it's not quite there yet. Okay, it's okay though, because underneath this we have the Hermit card. This is card of Virgo, and this is this very isolated energy. So the passion, your motivations are struggling, and you are maybe going into this internal voice and listening too much to this internal voice that's maybe saying to you, well, that's because that's not working, or I've not done well enough at this, or I'm not doing well enough in my career or in my job, or finances are not as great as they should be. And you're sort of going into this story within your own head. Spirit is saying this story is not your truth. This is not necessarily your truth, but this seems to be your view or how you're looking at things. There's something here about a message. So the page can be from somebody younger. The page is the lowest of the court cards. This can be a very young energy. This could be within a relationship, somebody younger than you that isn't communicating, and you've decided to go into your own mind where your insecurities sit. All our insecurities sometimes sit. And it's like you're creating a story that maybe isn't the reality. Okay, can we have a couple of qualifying cards? Can't get my words out. Can we have a couple of confirmation cards, please? Can you confirm? Oh, okay. Yeah, the Fool card. So what we're confirming here is actually the reason the passion is in reverse is because actually it's something that you really care about, and your energy is that you really want to throw yourself into something that is going to be a bit of a journey for you, and it's like you feel like you're at the start of something. So are you thinking about beginning something that's very new and very alien to you, very foreign to you, something you have no experience in or you think you haven't. So this clarification card is like saying, come out of your own head. Come out of your own head and this energy that you're convincing yourself something you can or can't do, or you're worrying that perhaps you've attempted to do something and you've not had a great response. But give it time. Give it time. Things don't happen overnight, do they? Okay, so what do we have that's going good at the moment? Well, we have the Sun card, the card of Leo, one of the best cards in the entire deck for me. So this is warmth and this idea we spoke about spring earlier, the sunshine coming out and how that makes you feel when it's on your skin. It always makes us feel happier, doesn't it, when the sun comes out? So it feels like something is going well for you, but you've just not seen it. You've just not understood it. And then we have this Knight of Wands in reverse, more fire energy. The Knight of Wands in the upright is, you know, movement forward, flying forward confidently. In reverse, it's like, you know what? I'm just not there yet. Just not quite as confident as I could be regarding a person, a scenario, or just general day-to-day life. This might be a message for a smaller group of the collective, but for somebody, this feels like you've been isolating yourself, staying at home a lot. Maybe you've been working from home even. That you've just not been your outgoing version of yourself. You've not been your normal social butterfly self. You have been just staying in, trying to save money, trying to conserve energy, or you've just not had the feeling of being upbeat. You've been feeling pretty, maybe pretty run down for some of you. This sun energy is coming in on the back of it, which is saying, don't worry, the sunshine's coming out. Things are going to get better. So you may be at the time right now, because this is something that I think is working in your favour. It feels like you're not seeing it. And as I say that, on the top of the deck is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is holding on to something that isn't serving you. This could be your belief that you're not in your most vibrant self. Something's brought you down, something's caused you. Can you see this little boy's face holding this cup? It's like the universe wants to offer you this cup, this awareness, this lightness. It wants you to get out and enjoy yourself. It wants you to go and have fun. And it's like you just want to stare into an empty cup. But you mustn't do that, because the sun wants to shine on you. Yes, Ace of Cups, beautiful. The Ace of Cups is this cup being full. If this is love, this is you thinking that somebody doesn't care when they do. But actually, they are all about you. They're all about the love. They're all about expressing the love, and with, you know, quite some depth. This is a person in particular, this is very water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Perhaps what's working out for you is you're being offered a cup of love at the moment and you just have not seen it. Maybe you've just not seen what's coming, or maybe it's just round the corner. That sounds very exciting for you. So this next column, what are you worrying about? What is in the background? Okay, so you have the card of the Lovers. So with this Ace of Cups, this makes me feel like this is a person. Card of Gemini, Gemini energy. This idea also maybe of this person having two sides to them. Card of Six, so sixes are about building. You then have this Page of Coins. This page is offering you something delightful. It's something in the earthly world. So this could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person. As I said earlier, you've got 2 pages now. Pages can be like a younger energy. Perhaps this is a new girlfriend, a new boyfriend. They're younger than you, maybe by quite some years. Or they might just literally be, you know, younger than whatever age you specifically are. For some, they're saying 6. So 6 years younger, 6 months younger. Okay, so why are we worried about the Lovers? Why are you worried about this offer? Someone's coming in strong, it feels. Okay, then you have the Wheel of Fortune. You're worried about it because you know that this could be really good for you. This opportunity, if it's not love or it's not a person, this could be something you've been waiting to be presented for, and the universe is now gifting you this earthly energy. So this could be financial. You could be waiting to be paid, waiting for certain monies to come in, feel like you felt in the place of lack, and now this is coming in. But on this particular deck, this is my Everyday Witch deck, the Wheel of Fortune has all these different options on there. There's a heart on there, there's a star, there's a ring, there's a book, there's all sorts of a house, all potential desires on this wheel, and this witch is giving it a good old spin, and the universe is going to stop it somewhere for you and say, here you go, this is what you've been worried about. Perhaps you're just scared of getting hurt and falling in love again, or perhaps you're just scared of this gift could mean like you needing to then do your half of the bargain. So if this is a new job, it means that you're going to be starting somewhere new. If this is a new mindset, it means you need to go out and walk the walk, you know, so to speak. This could be for somebody, a new house, moving, frightens you to move because you're somewhere that you've always known, and that upheaval is like really frightening. But with the Lovers card there and with the Page of Pentacles, it's like it's going to be a good move for you. It's going to be positive. You're going to get the house that you really want, or the home that you really want, or the feeling of home is going to be amazing. That's going to feel really good for you too. Okay, so now we're going to go to your final column, and we're going to look at, sorry, not your final column, your penultimate column, should I say, the overall outcomes and energies. Okay. So we have 2 4 of Cups on the table, because you had 4 of Cups here as well. And you had this 4 of Cups in your position of what's good right now. And it's in reverse in terms of the outcome. So I just want to say, be careful of, keep your eyes open and try and have your wits about you in terms of potential coming your way. Be careful not to just frighten yourself so much with this reversal. See, this 9 of Swords is too much thought, being up in your head. You know, this is air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, and this can be you really getting stuck. Really getting stuck, or telling yourself something that just isn't true about the potential of someone or something. Or maybe there's been gossip around you, or somebody's, you know, people always want to give their advice, don't they? And it's great to get advice, and some advice, as we know, is better than others. But this feels like somebody potentially is giving advice from a place of their ego. And our ego often rewards our outcomes over fear. So often the ego really talks about fear, staying stuck, you know, oh, don't push out of your comfort zone. You're comfortable where you are. Don't make those decisions. Don't allow that person to do this to you. Don't allow that, you know, it's that kind of energy. And they're just saying, for this outcome, be careful that you don't get caught up in somebody else's energy. And clarifying that, we have on here, in reverse, the 5 of Swords. In the upright, the 5 of Swords sometimes can be like a tricky, some readers see it as dishonest energy. But because it's in reverse, it feels like whoever's giving you this advice, they're not trying to pull the wool over your eyes. They're not trying to deceive you. They think they're giving you good advice about perhaps what you should be thinking about or what you should be doing within this situation, and it just might not be the best advice. So look out for that these next couple of weeks. Take great Auntie Hilda's advice with a pinch of salt, whoever it is. Or your best mate who thinks she knows. Perhaps, you know, maybe she does for her own life, but maybe it's not what you are. It's not what you're about. And this Four of Cups, yeah, it's like missed opportunities. It's like, you know, not seeing the wood for the trees. It's sometimes just not willing to open up to somebody either. Perhaps somebody wants to have a conversation with you or talk to you about their feelings, and perhaps you've just stonewalled them. It feels like you may have stonewalled them. And now we have the double Hermit as well. So double Four of Cups and double Hermit. And these cards are really, they're really asking you to try and seek the higher vibrational message of the card rather than lower vibration of the cards. And the lower vibrations are these negative outcomes of resistance, holding yourself back, denial. Whereas they want you to be in high vibe. They want you to be in the best of upright positions with this Hermit, which is that I know myself. I listen to my feelings. I care about what's important to me. I overcome what other people say and think, and I choose my path. And in choosing my path is our Ten of Cups. Happiness, enjoyment, contentment, sharing. You know, the best things sometimes in life are when we are able to be open to receiving from others. And some of us find that really very difficult because we go through our journey saying, well, that's what we want to achieve, universe. We want to be happy and we want to have this great family life and these interactions with new people, new colleagues, whatever it is for you. But then when it comes to it, we sort of, like I said earlier, not going out, not accepting invites, you know, choosing to stay home alone, choosing not to go for jobs that we like the sound of, choosing to not reply to that friend and take them up on that offer because, nah, you know what, I'm not really feeling it at the moment. So let's strive to put some energy into coming out of our comfort zones these next couple of weeks. Okay, before I start to even clarify, I'm going to now go into our final pile. And this pile is this extra section about your person or persons. And we have the Five of Cups. This can feel like disappointment. This can be disappointment in a person, an outcome, a scenario, but it can also be in light of these duplicate cards that I spoke about, these two lots of Four of Cups that you got. This can also be not seeing or being grateful for what you have, because in the Five of Cups there are two spilt in the traditional Rider-Waite. There are two spilt cups that this person focuses on. This person is looking for the sadness, whilst behind them are three perfectly upright, filled, emotional cups that look really promising and inviting. But this person can't see them because they've got their back to them. So are you going through something relationship wise that you're seeing all the negatives in a person and not looking for the things that they're really trying to show you? Perhaps they struggle with their emotional availability, Or perhaps you are striving for this, you know, emotional relationship where you can both communicate and you're giving and taking on equal amounts, and you feel like it's all you giving and this person just takes. And it's left you feeling disappointed. And that makes me feel quite sad looking at that for you, actually, because this Queen of Cups here, so this is more water and just quite a lot of water energy in your reading, actually. So it's all going to be a very emotional time, I think, for us all in these next few weeks, and this next week rather. And this is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So this is water energy. I mean, I, as a reader, see the Queen of Chalices as Scorpio. Some readers like see it in all the water energy, or in Cancer more specifically. Our Cancer sign is like our zodiac mother. And because they're ruled by the moon, it's all very emotional based. But I just see this as the Scorpio, this strong, beautiful energy, that the capacity to love is unreal. And she gives and she gives and she loves, and yeah, she just wants to love those people around them that mean so much to her or him. It doesn't have to be a her, it doesn't have to be gender specific. In this card though, she's holding on to this ship and she's kind of looking down. And I can't help feel that with this Five of Cups, it's like she looks a bit sad. She looks like maybe she felt she had so much love to give, and it's not been on target for some reason. I don't know why it's not been on target. Can you tell us a bit more? So we next have the World card to clarify, ending a cycle. Maybe this Queen of Cups was just giving too much to this other person and it left her in, emotional poverty. You know, there's got to be a limit, right, to how much we love and give before we say, hold up a minute. These 3 cups behind, I'm actually need for myself. I can't give everything away. And then nor would I instruct you to, and nor would I condone that, because that's not healthy for this sense of self. The other cards I had to clarify this was the Eight of Swords. This is a feeling of being stuck. This is an air sign in its energies. This is Aquarius, Gemini and Libra. And this, she feels like she's put herself amongst these swords. So perhaps by just over giving and being the caretaker all the time, you've placed yourself in this position of feeling that there's no movement or there's nothing for you. It's this feeling that she's impoverished. But on this one sword is this little bird. Can you see it? Leant up against there. And for me, that really is saying to you, there's always a solution. There's always light at the end of the tunnel, and we can either choose to see it or ignore it. But you know what? Have some compassion for yourself as well. If this is you, have some compassion for your heart and tell yourself that whatever this is, it's actually coming to a climax, a close with this World card. This could also mean that somebody meant the absolute world to you. And perhaps you've either been going through really difficult times and you're trying to come out of it and close the cycle with that and reach this more harmonious stage where you're back in your Queen of Cups energy. Or this could mean the end of a relationship for some specific people that might be watching this. For those people that have just ended a relationship or come out of a relationship, I want you to know that that Queen of Cups is who you are, and you are beautiful, and you have given to this with a loving heart. And just because at the moment you have felt stuck by the feeling of abandonment, this girl's alone, but you know what, that's just something that's just an energy in your head. And so I think my camera shut off then, which is really annoying. So what I wanted to say again then is just in recap of the potential, this outcome of your person and the whole reading really. I hope the messages were clear for you and that it wasn't, it seems like there's a little bit of heartache in the reading and there's going to be some bigger energies to deal with. But the message from the universe is that there's some really great stuff coming up for you. And, you know, this is a long haul, not just a quick fix. So if we can get out of our own head and our own energy and just think really positively and move forward in all the best ways we can, and just accept that, you know, things aren't perfect at times. And we never like the lessons that were presented. I mean, me included in that, by the way. And sometimes it's really hard, isn't it? Because we think, well, we don't want to grow and we don't want to go through all these lessons. We just want to be happy and now. And of course that doesn't always happen, but it feels like perhaps you have been unaware of a lot of stuff that's been going on. And maybe you've been holding on to some old emotions, some old fears that it's time to clear. This, for somebody here on this energy of this being stuck, you probably feel like something has come to an end and that's really sad, and you're emotionally in a place now where you need to go and do some healing. And that's fine as well, because we're all on very different paths at different times, but we do have common themes and we do all go through those very similar collective growth spurts. But this Eight of Swords is really asking you to take the blindfold off and take control of your life. And if you need to do that introspective work of look at where maybe there's been some codependency issues, or there's been some unhealthy habits, perhaps you have been losing yourself within the relationship and you've given everything, and now you are struggling to have anything left for you as the outcome, as something has ended. If you're just in a normal relationship or you're going through some difficult times, it's just asking that maybe you see it from somebody else's viewpoint. Perhaps you've been going through a rough patch or cycle, and it's time to say, well, maybe we need to have a chat about it and try and shift the energy, do something about it. But it means I've got to stop ignoring those cups that are being offered to me. I've got to stop turning a blind eye to how I'm acting emotionally, or how I'm communicating, or how my loved one is communicating. If it's not healthy and it's in a toxic fashion, it feels like this cycle needed to happen and close out for your better good. Ultimately, for you to go on and to renew that and be in this Queen of Cups energy where you can love in this beautiful relationship. For those of you that are happily married or happy in your relationship, it might just be a time to ask your partner if there's anything on their mind. Is there anything underlying concerning them or worrying them that they've not been communicating? That can also be this Eight of Swords. And it's really talking about potentially you've missed something there and you just need to go back and check those cups. Check on those people that you love. Make sure they're okay. But ultimately, I think from a positive perspective, we want to look at our Wheel of Fortune and that this is turning for us. And on the whole, things are going in the right direction. Have a great week.